Hello, everybody, and happy Community Week. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Community Week edition of Live Coding Second Breakfast. I'm your host, Kristy, and Laszlo. Laszlo, you're over here. Yes, that's
Hey
correct.
guys, I'm
Hey,
Laszlo.
hi.
So happy to be here. We've got some amazing guests today.
We do. Two of my favorite people outside, of course, my developer advocate colleagues, Dale, Tom. Why don't you introduce yourselves very quickly to the folks?
Sweet. Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Freeman. I'm a director of outbound product management here at ServiceNow, and I focus on all things App Engine. So we help bring new product to market for dev tooling, for some of our generative AI solutions like Now Assist for Creator. So some tools you may have heard of like the Build Agent, and our governance solutions as well. Stoked to be here. Thanks, Kristy and Laszlo.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Dale?
Yeah, thanks, Kristy. Thanks, Tom. Happy to be here. I'm a platform technical architect at ServiceNow for a while, supporting Tom's amazing products. I basically get paid all day to geek out on Tom's products and talk to customers about them, and it is really fun. I really, really enjoy my job.
I can attest to that. I used to do what Dale does. Well, in a certain capacity, used to do what Dale does. He and I were teammates for a minute. So today we are going to continue down the Build Agent path. So I've been doing Build Agent, but I thought today would be a good day to do something a little fun. So we are going to build something practical but fun. And in honor of our Build with Build Agent that's kicking off next week, we're going to test our own contest here, and we're going to put Dale to the test and see just how far he can get using a PDI with 10 prompts in Build Agent to see how much he can build in the meantime. And Tom, I hear, speaking of build with, there's some pretty cool things to be won, correct?
Yes, indeed. So hopefully you all know about the Build With campaigns and have participated in some of our past campaigns around things like Creator Studio and robotic process automation. We're really excited about this one, all around the Build Agent. And to help generate a little bit of excitement and give you a little bit of an incentive, what we're going to do is allow the folks that we see as providing the top responses, top submissions for this campaign to be an actual part of the product in the future. And so going forward, we see a future where templates are not kind of what we used to think what they once were. Basically, they're not so rigid. They're not these, set of pre-configured frameworks and data models for us. We see a future where the template of the future is really kind of a prompt. And so what we're going to do is incorporate the top prompts that we see from the Build With campaign as part of our official ServiceNow app gallery. So you can live alongside some of our official prompts that folks will be able to leverage as starting points for their own apps within ServiceNow. So really cool opportunity to be a part of our official product and live in the Hall of Fame within our app gallery. So we'll have probably about 20 spots for that. So good chance to win. And there's a little bit of private swag for the folks that make it to that echelon.
Ooh.
Amazing. And if you're paying attention, there was a dev link at the bottom. You go to the dev link and that will get you all set up to participate in that build.
We'll put it back a few times later.
We'll make sure.
I was like, this is one of those few occasions when you're sorry to be a ServiceNow employee because it sounds so cool.
I know. Super fun.
Should be good.
Okay. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead. Oh no, I lost everybody.
We're back. We're back.
Oh yeah.
I know, but where? Oh, it's because I didn't share your screen. Oh, stop it. There we go. Now we're ready.
Live coding, baby.
Nice.
We made it. Okay, Dale, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay. Let me see what it's doing here. Because I'm on a different tab than what it shows on the stream. So here's the manage my instance screen, right? And maybe if I click the link, it'll go to the new tab. No? Okay. That's okay. I'll just put it in the tab I have open. Oh, I see. There we go. Figured it out. I figured it out.
Dale, have you had your second breakfast?
I am on my second energy drink. Does that count as breakfast?
Oh, an energy drink guy. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
What's your favorite brand of poison?
Celsius orange.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
full of chemicals that somehow make it taste like orange soda. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know. So Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to do this. I really am up to the challenge. I've been practicing with Build Agent a lot the last few weeks, and I'm so excited it's on PDIs. If you're new to Build Agent, just to give in case people don't know, a little bit of how to get to it and why it's here. It's in the IDE. So you type all ServiceNow IDE, and that's how you get to the screen I'm at on your PDI, just to kind of orientate us a little bit. The Build Agent is the side panel here, but before I can get started, I need to create a workspace in the IDE to keep track of my app. The workspace name is arbitrary. It's not exactly linked to the app we're going to build, so why don't we just call it Live Coding Second Breakfast? We'll just call it that. That sounds good. Oh my gosh, we have a workspace.
Beautiful.
And, the workspace, you can have more than one app. We're going to focus on one app today, and I'm not going to use any of the links. We're going to talk to Build Agent and try to hopefully have it do everything. Now, Tom, the challenge was 10, right? So
10. Yeah.
You didn't say how big each prompt could be in the 10, right? So
No, we did not. And I'm not assuming that people have any level of experience with the Build Agent. So I think it's an important time to call out, we're asking everyone to try this out, whether you're brand new to ServiceNow, whether you're brand new to the Build Agent, or whether you're the most seasoned vet on the planet. Give this a shot. The Build Agent offers a huge range of ways to interact with the platform beyond just building. It can help you learn about the Build Agent itself, learn about Fluent, learn about ServiceNow best practices. And I will make a little note here that the PDIs are limited to 10 prompts, as we've called out a few times. But if you reset your PDI, which I know can be painful for some of us, if you reset your PDI, you reset that 10 prompt limit. So if you want to maybe go through a run where you experiment with the Build Agent, learn about the Build Agent, and then do your 10 prompt flow for the submission, totally cool. But yes, indeed, Dale.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. That's a good overview. So I'm not going to hit enter, but I am going to try to put as much feedback as I can in every prompt. So I'm going to go ahead and just, first thing I say to it is, I need to do this in 10 prompts or less. So it knows I'm trying to be super efficient. We did kind of, I think, put some feelers out there to try to get use case ideas from the community. One of the things I could do is I could ask Build Agent, what are some cool apps to build? It'll give me some ideas. Mm-hmm. Let's go with the YOLO. I do like to see how much I can get done in one prompt, but we actually have 10 prompts. I was thinking maybe something fun. So I recently went to the zoo. I saw some people using clipboards. What do you guys think about maybe some kind of zoo animal management kind of thing? We could do that, or if there are any other ideas out there, feel free to throw them in the chat. You have 5 seconds though.
I love a zoo tycoon. I love a zoo tycoon.
It can be good. I mean, there's a lot of volunteers that try to work at the zoo. We could do something around that as well.
That's right.
See what the zoo tycoon. Okay.
But I need to do it 10 prompts or less. What else should I tell it? Like, think hard.
Is there any chance you can zoom in just a little bit more, folks?
I can. Like that.
Very nice. Yeah.
Keyboard shortcuts.
What were you thinking about? What does a Zoo Tycoon app do, Kristy? Because it'll help us think through what that really entails.
Oh man, I mean, it was kind of a silly thing, but Zoo Tycoon is basically you are a zookeeper and you're taking care of the animals, you're building enclosures, you're doing all of that. So it's more of a silly suggestion.
But you're managing the zoo as well, so it's also resource management and everything.
Totally. Yeah, I like it.
Serving visitors.
Management.
Yep. I need to manage animal schedules and care, visitors. So little secret, I'm really sloppy with my spelling and grammar when I talk to AI models. But since I'm in front of everyone, I'll try to use proper grammar and commas. But that's my favorite part of talking to the Build Agent or any model is you could be a little sloppier. It knows what you're saying.
How about vendor stuff as well, Dale? Let's have vendor management in there.
vendors.
And I know you have a favorite technique when you use the build agent. Kind of a growing favorite technique within our cohort is creating a markdown file to go along with this. Maybe we can cram that to help us in the future as part of this opening prompt.
Yeah, create a markdown file to keep track of what we build as a change log. Make another markdown file as a README for the app. I think that's a pretty good best
How
shot.
about could we throw in a ServiceNow joke as part of the original prompt?
Llamas. What about llamas? Isn't llamas part of the lore of ServiceNow?
Make sure to there you go.
Make sure to include a ServiceNow joke about llamas as an Easter egg somewhere in the app. We'll see if we can find it.
I hope it's not going to be like a comment in one of the scripts or something.
Yeah. Also, before we build, think about any other ideas or features we might want to implement. That sounds good. Okay.
I like it.
Real good.
Okay. Zoom in, check. 10 prompts, check. Feeding schedules, check. Show times, llama Easter eggs. Okay. And Dave, I don't think I could put any woohoos in there, but I'll see what I can do.
Hot cheese. Can you build in hot cheese?
Yeah.
That's what we really know Dave as. Is
somehow
hot cheese.
include hot cheese, perhaps as part of snack bar management. Yes.
A hot cheese stand. A staple of any zoo.
Definitely need hot cheese.
Yes. Okay.
For sure.
I don't think if we throw any more features at this, it's going to be a
while. This is going to be good. We're not asking for any sort of fancy UI yet, which I think is good.
That's true.
I have an idea for fancy UI.
This will give us a framework we can build off of. Maybe we dedicate one of our 10 prompts to a UI.
Yeah. Consider back-end features first, then we will discuss front-end features and personas later. All right, I'm going to do it.
You're YOLOing it. I love it.
Hit enter.
I love it.
That's one loaded prompt.
Enter.
That is a loaded prompt.
The lights dim in the data center as this prompt is being processed. Yep.
I mean, that's one way to get the most out of one prompt, right? So that's important.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I hit reject, I got to waste another prompt. Okay, I'm going to hit approve.
I love the fondue stand idea, Ben.
All right.
So if I may do a little call out here while this is going, we have 2 ways you can try out the build agent without actually buying it. So one through the PDIs where you can have 10 prompts a month. And we also have a brand new plugin in the store called the build agent trial. So if you have an official subprod instance with your company, you can install that plugin and get yourself 25 prompts a month to check out the build agent too. And you can actually do that on your official subprod. So
fancy. So does that require any of those other extras that were required for Now Assist?
No, it's a standalone plugin. So it's its own build agent trial plugin, which is just kind of a reduced version of the official build agent plugin that gets installed with Now Assist for Creator. If you end up getting Now Assist for Creator, you have both of those installed on the same instance. It'll just use the official fully licensed one and ignore the trial.
Cool. Okay.
Only caveat for those that's going to be a little bit more difficult to reset those 25 prompts.
Yeah, that's probably not the best way to do the build with campaign, but I want folks to be aware it is an option.
Oh, I love this README file. Thanks, build agent. That's more documentation than I would have wrote.
Oh yeah, this thing can churn out like hundreds of pages of documentation. I was talking to one of my colleagues at one of our partner companies, and they were saying they come in to just do a ton of documentation on behalf of their customers all the time. They hadn't heard of the build agent yet, but when I showed them just the documentation part, she was basically sold. Like, oh God, okay, I'm out of a job. Got it.
Yeah, making zoo management as smooth as warm cheese since 2024. Thanks, build agent. I have noticed that the build agent always thinks it's 2024. Maybe it's just being safe. Just being safe. Although I guess sometimes I try to think like, what would an AI think? And when you say since a year, it needs to be before this year. So maybe it just iterated back one. I feel like these things are still a little bit of a mystery, but it's still churning away. Now it's making my animals table. Nice. Nice. When you're in Build Agent, you can click these little links on the files it says it's making. It'll open them. If you're not familiar with VS Code, italics means it's kind of like in preview mode, but if it's solid like that, you have the file open. But you can't see, if you're new to this, it is opening the files, doing things, and closing the file. It is pretty fun to watch. Making my visitor tracking table. Nice. And now running some diagnostics. Nice.
No bueno.
That's usually the one thing I see it do that whenever it has a problem, that's like the number one thing I see is it's either it's made something a date time column and it's like, oopsie, should have been a string, or it makes an integer and it's like, oopsie, should have been a string. But that's, probably less
Nobody's
mistakes
perfect.
than I would make.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's catching it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Ooh, here's
See
the
here.
llama
think-
Easter egg.
It's the no drama llama.
Oh, nice.
It's the save the drama.
Creating a
for your
directory for
llama.
business rules. Making a business rule
Llama
for
wisdom.
hot cheese alert.
The hot
and
cheese
llama
alert.
wisdom.
Yeah.
God.
Llama
Okay.
wisdom provider, huh?
Oh, that's cool. Okay. If the current species is llama, when you're inserting an animal, then do the
Hot
thing.
cheese.
And it
Oh, now
runs
it's writing
llama
a
wisdom.
script. Oh, look at that. Oh, so
Oh,
it's going
nice.
to make jokes.
All the jokes.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll get an array of jokes. Nice.
Neat,
Yeah.
neat.
Get calm and don't escalate unnecessarily. Okay.
Joe Garcia's, yo, what's up, Dale?
Oh, what's up, Joe? Hey, man. Welcome to the ServiceNow chat. Making another directory.
Hot cheese alert is the new show tagline. A la Earl.
Nice.
I would put up the comments, but I don't want to cover. It's gonna like squeeze everything together. It's gonna cover up Dale's face. So
Yeah. We got enough,
Yeah.
enough scrolling text as is.
yep.
Well, now I'm forever in the live stream doing this.
I mean, it won't distort your face. You'll just be covered up by like somebody else's profile photo. Basically,
Ah,
That's
okay.
what's gonna happen. Yeah.
See, I told you that was it's usually the only thing it makes
Oh,
is it's like,
man.
oh,
It got worse. There's
string
only
should have
one.
been number. That's okay. I still have only used one prompt, right? I still have 9 left.
You have.
Mhm.
You have.
Yeah, at this rate, we're only going to use 3 the whole call.
It's a good thing it's not time limited.
Yeah. Larry the ServiceNow llama. Oh, that's what I like for sample data. Oh, nice metric system. The only way to measure.
Agreed.
Oh, we have a Twitch viewer. Hello, Twitch land.
Oh, nice.
All
Photo work.
right.
The
So I have 2
included llama
tables.
emoji.
Sample data. I have a Larry the llama, Ellie the elephant, Tony the tiger. Oof. I might have to trademark that one.
Yeah. John, put the
Nachos.
brand-
Gonna get
please.
banned.
Yep.
Nice. There's some nachos. We have gourmet cheese at the fondue station.
Love it.
Let's
Wait,
flip
did
it
I
through.
see a llama quesadilla?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm afraid.
Snack item.
Llama approved. Casey. Nice.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
better. Maybe we
yeah,
should
that is-
say
that is
that instead of a llama quesadilla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeesh.
It's in the hot cheese category.
Nice.
Oh,
So I don't know how many new devs we have on here, folks that are new to the IDE. But we're taking a look at Fluent files right now. You know, Fluent is a domain-specific language of TypeScript for ServiceNow. You can tell that by the extension there, .now.ts. You could potentially even use the build agent to help us understand a little bit more about that, maybe down the road. How many out there have had a chance to mess around with Fluent? I'm sure probably most of you at this point. Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit. I've learned more about it since I started using Build Agent.
Mhm.
It's
Same.
I keep calling it a calculator. It kind of helps me. It's more like it gives me the answer. Then it's like reading the answers in the back of the book and then figuring out how you got there a lot faster. Like if I wrote this, honestly, I could do this. I can get out my favorite search engine that rhymes with Foogle and search for the documentation. This honestly probably would have taken me a full day to 2 days to get as far as it has so far, just to flip through and make stuff.
Yeah, easily.
It's like it's done. It built
Hey.
it. We've successfully made progress on the app.
All right.
Yeah, we have a scope. We have comprehensive documentation with hot cheese references and llama jokes. We have 6 It likes the word comprehensive.
It
Comprehensive
does.
tables, animal management, care scheduling, visitor tracking, show management, extends the task table. Oh my gosh, and it can extend the task table, Tom? That's amazing.
Wow. Love it.
Yep.
Love to see that.
It missed my vendor management though.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
All right, we'll use another prompt
No
for
problem.
that. Oh, currently we're troubleshooting some TypeScript compilation issues. Oh, okay. Would you like to continue troubleshooting the build issues and get the app deployed? We're very close to, oh, this is my second prompt.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
wait,
you have to
it's
answer
saying
yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
but
but
please
exactly.
remember to include vendor management functionality as well. Let's slow down for that one. And anything else? And
Eventually, you're going to need a UI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we deploy before we get the UI going so we can take a look at the metadata explorer.
let's deploy the app before we work on the UI. Okay. Prompt number, dose.
I feel like I should have a ticker or something here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jerry, happy to see that you're learning the IDE and Fluent using the build agent. That's the hope.
Yep. Indeed. And I
Love to
see
see it.
Ben Mannering sneaking in on Twitch over there with his purple llamas. I see you.
Right.
I see Phil. We're making sure our llama jokes are also comprehensive. That's important.
Now we could just rearrange Dale so the comments would be on my face if you want to highlight them or something. I could probably do that.
We got a question from the famous Lauren. How often do the build agent prompts refresh? Yeah, nice. Monthly. That's
Right over Dale's face.
Every month.
nice. Yeah, Tom, is that monthly, like on the first, or like 30 days after I ran out?
Oh, don't ask me the hard questions. It's probably one of those.
Okay, so
I
if
think
they
it's
refresh on the
actually.
first-
I think it's calendar month, but I'm not 100%.
Okay, so I
to be
should
honest.
really hit it hard on the 31st at 11 p.m. and then
Yeah.
work until midnight, and it refreshes, and it'd be a fun night.
That's
Okay.
when you sneak in your ServiceNow joke generator stuff. Yeah.
Got it.
So Phil Swan has a question. Is the transition to IDE or Fluent seamless if you're used to Classic Studio? And Dale, I'm sorry, I'm covering up your face with questions, but
That's
we're getting
okay.
a few in the
No.
in the chat there. Good. We're moving to the top. I'll be covered up. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take the ball.
It's a great question and an
Mhm.
important one. As an aside, I find myself second guessing saying that, like, oh, great question, because I feel placated by Perplexity and ChatGPT all the time when it says everything I ask is a great question. I almost want it to stop saying that, but this is truly a great question. Is it seamless? I will not say that it is completely without seam. The IDE is definitely a pro code environment, right? This is VS Code in the cloud, and it's designed to be a way through which you can access all ServiceNow metadata in code. It's much easier than working with XML, right? So it is a huge step up in that capacity, but it's a completely different paradigm than working with ServiceNow through a low-code mechanisms. So if you're used to Classic Studio, I think you'll find yourself gaining familiarity and feeling comfortable with Fluent after getting some starting points, like what the build agent can provide you here. Like if you see some examples, I think you'll find everything to be pretty intuitive, but it is a code first perspective. The cool thing is that in the IDE, we also have a number of our low code builders. So Dale will probably show you in a bit, we're going to have the ability to open up Table Builder and take a look at some things that we're more comfortable with. There's some UI 16 perspectives in here. So you're going to be able to still use your favorite tools. And the last shout out I'll mention is that in the beginning of next year, we are expecting to see the build agent available within ServiceNow Studio. So if you want to take advantage of this capability and build with our brand new agentic vibe coding solution, you're going to be able to do that in whatever environment you prefer, whether that's low code or pro code.
And a shameless plug for the stream tomorrow. We're going to be talking to Andrew Barnes about that very topic, about build agent being available in ServiceNow Studio. So be sure to tune into that tomorrow, and he's going to be talking all about that. And there'll be an AMA at the end of that stream as well, so you can ask all the questions you'd like of Mr. Barnes. And the other thing, Tom, that I wanted to ask the question, if given that this is a different paradigm than building in like ServiceNow Studio, Wouldn't this also make it a little easier for people who are used to doing the builds and like being a full stack developer come into ServiceNow and have a very familiar sort of interface and environment to build upon? Would you say that would make it easier for folks to adapt to ServiceNow development?
Completely agree. Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is really taking us into a more modern space with this kind of code first mentality. It also makes integration with more modern DevOps stacks much easier. You know, integration with source control is so much easier with Fluent than it is with XML. This works awesome with our new Sandbox product. But yeah, it's going to be a much easier transition into the ServiceNow world as a pro dev going right into the IDE.
Excellent.
Especially after VS Code. I mean, it's one-to-one.
That's it. That's what it is.
I only have one feature request so far, and it's not Build Agent, it's the IDE. One day, I would love to have Vim as my editor in the IDE, but I could probably just use the SDK and standard VS Code, but then I wouldn't have the Build Agent.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
We have another great question from Phil. Where can I learn more?
Oh, we've got all sorts of great resources for you. I'll drop a couple in the chat here. There's one really good one that one of my teammates just did. It's a community post, actually. I'll find that in a second and drop it. It's going to give you information about the Build Agent specifically. Did you have a specific topic that you're hoping to learn more on, or was it the Build Agent? Are you hoping to learn about the IDE or Fluent? I mean, I'll say that the dev advocates here are the kind of the answer to everything.
Oof.
Nice.
No pressure. No pressure.
No,
Yeah,
none whatsoever.
anything. Ask any question.
Yeah. And we'll give you an answer. It might be right. He says Fluent versus XML. Yeah.
Yeah. That I don't have a perfect resource for you. I'll see what I can dig up here on the back end.
I would say if you wanted to learn, XML is a way to kind of structure data. And in ServiceNow, what you might call a business rule or a table or whatever that XML file is, in Fluent, we call it metadata. And it's a great way to structure stuff in ServiceNow, but you may have a script field in there. Fluent's it's like a whole different paradigm. If I was going to get better at Fluent, I would start by getting better at just JavaScript in general outside of ServiceNow. So there's ServiceNow JavaScript, and then there's JavaScript and really TypeScript. And then we have a lot of resources out there to get good at Fluent. But it really starts with just having good knowledge of JavaScript as a general developer. That's my opinion, but that could vary.
That's fair.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. It's been sitting there. Would you like me to continue? Oh, this is my prompt 3. That was a question I wrote on the screen, Tom.
I see that.
When I click approve, does that count as a prompt?
That's not a prompt. No.
Oh, good. Then technically, this is my 3rd prompt. Man. So it says it's deployed. I'm just going to check the metadata explorer, but I don't see anything in there yet.
And fair warning, if you ask the Build Agent how many prompts you have left, that's technically a prompt. Yes. So
it's like the genie. How many wishes do I have left, genie?
That's a perfect analogy. That is exactly what it is.
But is it going to hallucinate, Tom?
It won't hallucinate that, but I have tried my best. I've used almost all 10 prompts once, just trying to jailbreak it and give me more prompps, and it's not possible.
That's a good idea.
If you find a way to get more prompts, let me know. I would love to hear your secret.
I know. I had thought about it. I would have put a little countdown on the old stream here. That would have been fun, but next time.
Next time.
Who's counting? So the system is counting.
And admin.
It's tracked on the back end. Once you reach 5 prompts used, it'll start warning you every time you do an additional prompt. I don't know if we're actually in a PDI right now. Dale, are we in a PDI?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll see it.
But you can't see the URL. I'm in a PDI.
Perfect. Once we hit 5 prompts, it'll start warning us that we have only a certain number left.
Front end page for visitors and another page for zoo. What do you call a person that keeps track of the animals? Is that a
zookeeper?
Zookeeper.
Okay. I feel like there's another page for zookeepers when working with animals. Let's no, I don't want to say. Just make them all at once. prompt 3.
Kristy, what was your favorite tycoon game back in the day?
Oh man, I played probably all of them. I really
Yeah.
like Zoo Tycoon. There was Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, obviously.
Oh man, there was another one. I really like the restaurant games too. I don't think they were called restaurant games, but you could like run restaurants and build restaurants and things.
Oh yeah.
Written
You had to, like, balance your ingredients. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Overcooked. Overcooked.
Oh,
yeah,
Overcooked
yeah.
one game.
Not quite the same. But back to Roller Coaster Tycoon, written in assembly.
Yeah.
So cool. Just
That guy really took the hard mode for making an app.
things were different back then. Yeah. Sim Tower, Earl. Yes.
It's a good one. Oh, Sim City was also another good one. And The Sims, of course. Theme Hospital. What is Theme Hospital?
I don't know. I think there's a Sim Hospital, but maybe Theme
And this
Hospital too.
This one's funny. A person who watches over the animals, Derek. For those who don't know, Derek is our boss, the dev advocate boss. So Earl's implying that we're all animals, which is probably not far from the truth sometimes. Dungeon Keeper.
There was something like a movie.
Oh.
I don't know, like a movie title, like a Hollywood thing. I really loved that one. I don't know what the name was.
Like
Hollywood.
movie studio tycoon or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. But there was a newer one.
You guys have just ruined my weekend. It's gonna be
Yeah,
good
I was
time.
more of a,
I love these.
I was more of a
tycoon games.
Command and Conquer guy myself.
Yes. Oh, Red Alert.
Oh yeah, you dial into
Yes.
your friend's modem.
Yes.
So good.
Are we raging ourselves with that?
I know.
So
I actually played the Dune game before I played Command and Conquer. Anyway.
my
Resource management.
my husband and I actually we met at a bar many years ago, but the thing that we connected on was our love of Diablo 2 and how many hours we spent playing Diablo 2.
I felt like one of you sold something to the other.
SOJs were exchanged.
No, we both spent lots of hours of our lives playing Diablo 2. So
Sounds like a solid foundation.
yeah, totally. It's worked out. It's been 13 years this year.
Oh,
No,
that's awesome.
12 years this year. So bad.
No cow.
But is there?
Only if you want to grind XP.
All right, it's still chugging away. I only did 3 prompts, and it's honestly worked harder than I probably did. I mean, that I would have at this.
And it's only getting started with the UI, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to show off the difference between the Explorer and the Metadata Explorer, Dale?
Yeah. I was trying to see the Metadata Explorer. I'm flipping to Studio on the other page. It says
cool.
it's actually only deployed these 3 ECMAScript modules.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really going to town developing, but it hasn't actually deployed much yet.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't deployed. Yeah. Oh.
So I could talk about source control, though. That was one part that I had to kind of figure out a little bit. It took me a little getting used to. That's probably due to my own laziness with source control in VS Code, because I'm more of a command line source code guy. But whenever build agent or yourself creates a file, all I did was click initiate repo. Okay, cool. That repo is actually on the ServiceNow instance. It's not like in the cloud or anything. And click approve. Whenever a file is created, it's not tracked yet. So it's in untracked changes. If I click plus, it'll be added to changes, meaning it's tracked as part of the source control, which I've not yet committed anything. So you can see down here, there's some staged changes and changes. Now, staged changes are, I'm going to commit to source control. It commits what is staged. So you may want to stage some files and commit with a nice message like added this feature, or be sloppy like me and just write added a thing and just stage them all.
Do it.
Yeah. And then you'll get your commit history down here to kind of see what you've done. So you can see I've got most all of them in there. I'm just going to go YOLO and just say initial commit, the best commit message ever. Yeah.
that should be default.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to scroll down. It looks like it was still trying to deploy. Had some build issues again. So with source control, though, maybe you want to move it to another PDI or move it, to share with your friends so you can all collaborate on an app. This part, I use the keyboard shortcuts with. I don't know how to do it in the UI, but it's on Mac, it's Command-Shift-P to pull up the command palette in VS Code. If you type git : you'll get these things. So there's manage git, scan workspace, and set IDE. There it is. So come back. Come. Keeps closing it on me when it's opening and closing the files. But I would say git configure remote. Configure git. Oh my God. Remote. Remove. Update remote origin. There it is. So you go to GitHub, make a repo, don't put anything in it, and you would put this here. After that, it'll ask you for some credentials, and you would put in your GitHub username and an API key you would make in GitHub. Now, you're staging it here, but once you're ready to push it to there, you would say git push, and it will push whatever committed changes you've made here to that remote GitHub repo. So just something to kind of point out while we're waiting there. Let me hit approve again. And you're welcome to say, hit approve, Dale.
Okay,
but
I wanted to. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bit of how I've been using source control. The other way to do it is let's say you ask Build Agent to build a new feature and you're like, oh, that didn't work. Well, if you've not staged it or committed it yet, you hit this these little undo buttons here. That'll just roll the file back to the previous version. So that can be a quick way is when I'm using Build Agent, I'll make a feature, I'll build and deploy it to my instance. And if I like it, then I'll stage the changes and then I'll commit them. If I don't, I just click all these undo buttons and undo everything it did and start over. But I only have 9 prompts then.
Yeah. There's another way too. If we're not connected with source control, there's also the built-in checkpoints. I'm not sure if we've reached one yet.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think we have because it's still.
Those are very handy.
I told it to keep building instead of deploying, so it's still chugging away and hasn't done actually a full deploy of any of the tables yet. Still getting some challenges. Ensure the app is built.
Muppet.
Made incredible progress. It says it's been built and deployed, but I feel like that's not true.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Dale, we had a question before about since you mentioned shortcuts, because all I know is also just Command-Shift P to reach that menu. But what about other shortcuts? Do you know if they all work like in VS Code? It's the same.
Yeah,
right?
any VS Code shortcuts work exactly the same. So if I push Command P, I can search for files, just like it says here. That one will do the. Oh nope, that's the full screen shortcut. My bad. Show settings. It's the same settings as you would do in VS Code, so you can pull them up, do user, workspace, or this particular folder I'm in. So everything, it is VS Code. It's just posted on the ServiceNow instance. It works exactly the same.
Which explains this nomenclature of talking about workspaces and all that, which may be a little strange for some folks new to this.
Yeah. Yeah. So in VS Code and in ServiceNow IDE, a workspace is basically a collection of things. So in your file browser, it's going to be a collection of folders that you've added with files in them. In this case, we have one folder for our app and everything that's inside of that. It's also going to be a collection of this source control repo I've set up for this workspace. And also, I don't think you can see it in here, but it'll also have your extensions in normal VS Code. In here, we are limited to only specific extensions that ServiceNow allows you to use in this IDE. So you wouldn't be able to say add Vim or your favorite, thing that makes everything colorful. But if you are annoyed that I'm using light mode, you can just switch to dark mode in Vim. IDE. Sorry.
Dale, make sure it's not asking for an approval here.
Oh, thanks, Tom. It is. Dark mode hurts my eyes. I think I'm the only person left on the planet that dark mode hurts my eyes.
Ooh, Phil asked style sheets for linting.
Can we?
I don't know.
Themes, color theme. I don't think so, but that should be pretty easy to look up in the ServiceNow documentation. But you are a little limited in the IDE. It's not so, for obvious reasons. ServiceNow doesn't want you to be able to put like 900 different extensions in here from external sources, because you don't know where they're coming from or what's in them. It kind of could compromise the experience. Well, Tom, I have to say, I've had a lot of success with the build agent, but then we did it live, and it was like, I don't know, man.
Like, good luck. Yeah.
I think it's because we soared too high on the first.
We asked for a lot. Yeah. If you would like at all, Dale, we could maybe take a little detour while this runs through. Oh, found the issue. No, not quite.
No, not this. Let's take a detour, Tom.
We could take a little detour to a sneak peek about something that's coming up in the future. You could potentially just rerun kind of the opening prompt, give it another whirl if you'd like to maybe get us back on track with like a basic UI while I do this. And then we can see if we have time left to at least show off a little bit of a React front end.
Yeah.
If you're so inclined. I think that could be mighty fine. Just give me a second here and I'll hop into my environment and we'll get it going. So the build agent is awesome. I think a lot of us out there are already appreciating what it brings to the table. Kind of the evolution of what app generation was doing. App generation being more of a deterministic kind of on-rails experience to build a certain set of objects for an application, whereas the build agent is truly an agentic experience. It is a way for us to learn more, to document, to create ATF tests, to create brand new React user interfaces. It's just a whole lot more of the stuff that we need to accomplish in our day-to-day. And so it's not the only thing in town, though. We are working on both in kind of enhancing the number of capabilities or number of Fluent plugins that are supported by the build agent, and we're working on providing more coverage and really expand the number of different agents we have around the platform. So let me go ahead and pop open my screen here, and we will take a look at one of the agents that we're going to be releasing in December of this year. Go ahead and show you this. And this one is all around automated testing. So this is going to be the ATF troubleshooting agent, which is going to be the beginning of a kind of a concept we're calling the test agent. So I probably will need some URL bars for this, but I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can steal your screen.
Steal it.
You share it. We'll add you to that stage there, Tom.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
Come
Remove
on.
Dale, and we'll add you. There you are.
All right,
Can you
cool.
zoom?
I want to zoom in a
Yeah.
little
Oh,
there you
sure.
go. A little bit of an eye chart.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
All right.
Excellent.
So we're taking a look at a basic test within Automated Test Framework, and I'm going to go ahead and run this thing. So I don't have Cloud Runner installed, so we'll have to open up a new tab and take a look at what this actually does. But what I'm expecting to see is potentially an error with this test. And so if you've gone through ATF in the past and you've encountered an error running your tests, or maybe in a more realistic capacity, you're running dozens, if not hundreds of ATF tests after you've gone through a release upgrade or installation of a new plugin, and you find you've got an error or a couple of errors, then begins the challenging part. How do you resolve these errors? How do you go through and actually figure out what really happened? So what we can provide you now is a way to basically facilitate that with an agent. So in this case, we've found some error. We've got some failures within my ATF test. So if I go to the test, I'm going to see exactly where that failure occurred. And if I was doing this manually, I'd have to just figure it out. I'd have to do some sleuthing and figure out where this started, how I can resolve it. Now we have the ability to triage the test failure using Now Assist. So this is all based on this new concept that we call the ATF troubleshooting agent. Now, this is going to do metadata tracing to understand what different components on the platform actually touch this data as it was going through this testing process. So in just a moment here, hopefully we'll see on the right-hand side, the Now Assist panel will open up for us, and we're going to go ahead and see the tracing from the Now Assist or from the ATF troubleshooting agent. So it'll provide us just basically a way to understand not only what happened in more detail, but provide us a way to potentially resolve that error. So we'll try that one more time, see if we can get the prompt to open up. Oh, and you know what? In fact, I probably want to be in an environment that actually shows the my friend here, the Now Assist panel. So I'm actually going to open this up one more time. And I got to make sure I'm in an environment that has access to Now Assist. That is important. We'll run that test one more time.
Can I ask you some questions while you're clicking
Please.
this, Tom?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm going to start from the top. Ben Mannerings is asking if it will create ATF tests as well. I think that's a different product. Like test generation is something that we came out with a while back.
Correct.
But he's like, does that get into a problem of the students marking their own homework? So generating, but then passing them, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we've got doing my own thing again.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So we have two ways you can create ATF tests now. We have both an opportunity to create tests directly within ATF. So we have test generation, which is a Gen AI based skill. We also have the test generator, which is a non-Gen AI based way to create ATF tests. But then alternatively, within the build agent, you can create ATF tests. So that's going to allow you to build ATF tests as well. These services do not currently talk to each other in that capacity. So it's not going to be marking its own homework. This is just going to be completely fact-driven, just totally data-driven as to why a test failed. So we're going to poke around and see.
So you're saying the machines will not unite against us to game the QA system. Okay.
Correct.
Well, Dale's also asking if it will delete a test so that it can pass them all the tests. I'm going to say no.
No, it will not take any action for you. Okay, so we're running this test here. It decided to run in my previous instance of not Cloud Runner here, but this different test window. Once this finishes, we should see it. So no, it won't actually take any action. It just helps you get to the bottom and recommend steps that you can take. So let's see it in action here. So we're going to go to the result one more time, this time wrapped in the next experience. We're going to triage the test failure, and we should see our handy dandy ATF troubleshooting agent open up on the side.
We also have a couple builder agent questions while this is going. How does integration work with build agent? Can I connect to stories? If I have test agent, can I start doing TDD?
Test-driven development.
Okay. And then get both agents working together.
Ooh, yes.
Vicious loop.
Another good question. I'll say it for you, Tom.
It is. Thank you. I'm relieved. So we want to connect them for you. So in the future, you're going to see a really awesome way for all of these agents to start working together to solve higher order problems on the ServiceNow platform or higher order situations. For now, there is no direct integration within things like strategic portfolio management, or I can't remember exactly what you asked there. To connect into stories. Yeah. But that is coming pretty soon, in fact. Right now, the build agent does have access to all the context on the platform, so it will be able to understand that table. And as you've seen from a previous live session with Robert Ninnes, it can actually intake some story data, some record data from the story table, and use that as input to create. So let's take a look at my result here. So the troubleshooting agent has now seen that the test failed because the expected condition was not met. Urgency was set to high, whereas we were expecting, I think, we were expecting high, and it had some other result. What it's telling us here is that there's a client script that altered the urgency field immediately before submission. And so you can go through and see the possible fixes. We could either modify that client script, we could remove what it does, or just disable it altogether. We could adjust the test to not care about this field if we're seeing expected behavior. Or, as I mentioned in the first one, we just deactivate the client script altogether. So it provides us a direct reference to the specific metadata, and then a rationale, and then a more detailed analysis. So a really awesome way to understand what's causing the failure. We're kind of short on time, but if we wanted to, I could go directly into that client script, disable it, and rerun it. But what I wanted you to see here was basically this, that we have a way to do more thorough troubleshooting, automated troubleshooting around failed ATF tests.
Love that. I think ATF is underutilized, if I'm honest.
Totally.
Like, I talk to people and people are like, no, we don't use it. I'm like, you totally should try it out at least. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many ways you can create ATF tests now that there's no excuse to have poor coverage. And with the troubleshooting agent, it's easier than ever to make sure that they're actually passing and that they're all really robust tests.
100%. All right.
How we looking, Dale? Anything on not quite yet? All right, no worries.
I'm going to flip back over to you anyway. There you go.
I'm starting over for the third time. I'm really burning through these prompts.
Oh, no.
This
I do
time
have,
I was going to go for very simple.
well, we have one more question from Jerry. And I love this question. Also a good question. We'll reuse that phrase again. Is there a consideration for the future where users from the business can access the build agent within a specific area to experiment rather than having to access the IDE? So more of a low code build agent experience. Would that be app generation though, or would that be something different in the future, you reckon?
No, so we're really moving towards build agent. We're kind of in a new phase of developing Gen AI products where we're evolving past the traditional Gen AI solutions like the text to X kind of things and moving towards the desire to have everything really be agentic and flexible. So build agent is the future. And as a result, we're trying to make sure it shows up everywhere that folks are trying to accomplish their tasks. So if you are a process, an end user, process owner, some line of business user, and you want to take advantage of it, the recommended path is going to be through ServiceNow Studio, which again is coming kind of early 2026. That will be the two main ways, at least to start us off, to access the build agent, either through IDE, if you like that pro code perspective, or through ServiceNow Studio, if you prefer a low code perspective.
Gotcha. Although also, I'm just going to point out, I've been hearing this sound through this whole stream, thinking like, which window is it open? And it just realized it's Dale's build agent making the noise.
Yeah.
I thought I was
like
going
that sound.
nuts. I'm like, what is that? I know that sound.
Yep.
That'd be another feature request. Can we edit that noise to be something more annoying so that I can personalize it? It's like Morgan Freeman. And it's like, oh, you're ready to deploy.
I'm not the only one going nuts.
I think we clicked on it.
So let's see. This time I told it to do something simple, and it did. I was like, just make one table. Just make a table. Okay. Make a UI page to view the tasks. I'll have it do that in the background. So just to kind of recap, I went back and I was like, just make one very simple app with one table to manage animal tasks and add some sample data. As you can see at the top, that's the thing, is the more complicated you make the prompt, the more things that's trying to do at once and make sure they all work together. So you always have a balance of being specific enough, but not so specific that you make too many requirements for it to jump through. So we were talking about metadata earlier. If you go here to the metadata explorer, it's just like the sidebar in ServiceNow Studio. So if I click this animal task table, it's going to bring up the table builder just like it would in ServiceNow Studio, and let me do the same stuff in here. So now I've actually found myself doing this more lately, Tom, is actually just staying in the IDE and going over here if I need to edit something. If I click preview, I should get a preview of the table. I think that might be one area. I found that one doesn't quite work. It was on that one. But the table does exist, so let's just go pull it up in the platform view. Properties.
Earl makes a good point about prompting. He's kind of our prompt king on the advocate team. He's been adding, if at any point you have a question or design decision, make a guess according to my instructions and move forward, documenting why you decided that. I have usage limits. Okay, thanks.
Very nice.
Prompt limitation.
Good advice.
Yes, for sure.
Earl the prompt king. I had not heard that before.
I mean, he's got all the good prompts.
Animal tasks. So it did make a little table.
Very nice.
I did put some sample records in it. So I kept it a little simple this time, just so you could see it. It did create a table with some sample data. Morning feeding for Simba. Provide fresh meat and ensure proper nutrition. It's pretty good at that kind of stuff. What I would consider more like AI kind of tasks. But I can see the metadata. While we were sitting here talking, I told it to go ahead and make a UI. It's usually pretty good at making that.
Cool. And if you'd like, I actually pulled one up if we want to just go a little cooking show, and then we can come back to yours later.
Oh,
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. Let me go ahead and share this. Oh, nice. I was still sharing. Oh,
You were.
inclusive. I love
You
it.
were. I just flipped over.
Oh, scary. Okay. Oh, good thing I wasn't doing anything else. Okay. So I actually want to show something interesting here. We have brand guidelines. You may or may not know. ServiceNow is kind of a stickler to this particular color palette.
I had no idea.
I know. They make all this available to us in our brand guidelines. This is not a nice little PDF. It's just a web page. So what I did is, after creating a little bit of spoilers. After creating a little bit of an application, I asked it to adhere to my brand guidelines. So what I did is I just copy and pasted all this content in here, including these don'ts. So it says like, don't do this, don't do that, all sorts of, really helpful stuff to make sure we're brand compliant. I just copy and pasted all of that into here as a big block of unformatted text. And it provided me a really wonderful restyling of my user interface. So I went through, updated all the style sheets, and I got this awesome research dashboard for maybe my zoo research projects, where it shows me, all of the information coming from the underlying ServiceNow tables rendered on a beautiful React dashboard with consistent ServiceNow compliant brand styling. So a really awesome way to take advantage of the power of React as a brand new style of user interface that we can use to solve problems with the ServiceNow AI platform. But because we're doing it with the build agent, we can have some sort of brand coherence or some sort of coherence with your brand's identity. Really neat.
It is really neat. And on my last stream, we did do light side versus dark side on the theming. When we started talking about the zoo, I'm like, can we make it so the user can choose a theme that goes by their favorite zoo animal? Like black and white for a zebra, orange and black might be a little nutty for a tiger.
Yes.
That'd be kind of fun. They could just choose whatever animal.
Elephant and all gray, just all gray.
All gray. An elephant. They're their favorite's an elephant, so it's just solid gray.
Yeah. I could give it a whirl on my end with the research dashboard, or if you'd like, Dale, we can try yours again. I don't know.
I actually just finished with my UI, and I was about to do what you did with the branding, so I can show kind of a before and after.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like the animal-based.
we're fighting. Fighting Lasso.
So
Okay,
in between when Tom just showed that and now, it made this UI. So you guys saw me building it, and not bad. Zoo Tycoon, animal tasks, and this is just my simple task table that it built. Pretty great looking page. I wonder if these start buttons work.
I don't know how your jelly game is, Dale, but how long would it take you to build it yourself?
With or without Google.
Yeah, right.
Even with Google, this would probably take me a couple of days. I like to say I'm a good programmer, but I'm a slow programmer. I'm not the world's fastest. But yeah, this would take me at least a few days to build the ServiceNow data model, get everything straightened out, build the UI, arrange all the colors and whatnot. But I was going to show kind of what Tom did there. I took the same text from our brand center just now, and I was going to say, you can see now it says I have used 6 prompts in the last 30 days. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I told it to make some more sample records while it was sitting there.
Pretty sure it was the last 30 minutes.
Yeah. It should be done here in just a second with the build, because I've kept this very simple this time. Approve.
There's one question Mahathi has too about helping integrate virtual agent into the page. Is that something it can do? Like if you ask it to add like a chat, can it add a chat to a UI yet?
Not currently supported.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge.
Not yet.
No. So the way it works kind of is that anything supported by Fluent, so if you look at the Fluent API, anything like that will be something you can add into a build agent app. We're working on plugins for popular new ServiceNow components like flows and catalog items coming out early next year, probably in the beginning of 2026.
And I think we discovered there was a limitation too, where that's not exactly doing service portal widgets yet.
Not quite.
Yeah. Even though it's supported in Fluent, but Build Agent had a trouble kind of understanding.
Yeah, it just kept on building UI pages.
Yeah. It was componentizing all of our pieces of our UI page. I'm like, that's not what we wanted.
But it called them widgets nonetheless.
It did. It called them widgets.
So did it finish branding your page?
I just put it in. It just finished deploying all my new sample data. The complete button works. The start button doesn't work. I didn't even tell it to add those, so I shouldn't complain.
And you could probably ask it to fix it for you and be like, oh, you're right. Yeah. I didn't wire this up properly.
Yeah. So I ended up using almost all 10 of my prompts. I just did the same thing you did. I copied and pasted just from the brand page. I didn't even format it nice. Approve. So it just now finished editing the CSS for the pages, the filters in the app. Pretty fast on that one. So yeah, if you give it a simple task, it's going to finish faster than I was trying to see how many things I could cram in one prompt. I probably
So maybe
should have.
don't YOLO it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Maybe not.
Dale, you talked about source control before, so can you just like upload it to your repo wherever you are at the end of your 10th prompt, and then reset your PDI?
Yeah,
I
you
can
could.
do that again.
Yeah, there is a Git. There is an import app feature.
I don't know what are you guys talking about.
Yeah, don't listen, everybody.
I don't know about that.
Don't listen.
That would be the proper way to use source control, Laszlo. Yes.
That's it for the stream.
Because I have a beautifully branded interface
Let's see
now
it.
with all these colors.
Now I had to clear cache to get this to work, but we can see.
Ooh,
That
nope.
looks good. Nice. Hey,
Service
look
now
at that.
colors. There we go.
It likes its
Brilliant.
gradients. I've noticed it really
Yeah.
It does like gradients.
Yeah.
And it can get
Nice.
really fancy with moving gradients.
Nice.
I like the
Enclosure
emojis for all the
screen.
animals too. That's very cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Apply filters. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Do we have
Nice.
time for one last attempt? Can we do Kristy's dream of a zebra lion toggle? I don't know.
Well,
What kind of
Oh, like a UI color?
yeah, instead of dark mode, light mode, it's
Like they could choose what animal they like, and it.
yeah, a
I know
predator
you had
or prey.
I know you had a hard stop, Dale, that you had to get out of here at a certain.
I'm done now. I'm free.
You are.
free.
Well,
Yes.
let's
I'm
do
free.
it then.
Yeah.
We got extra time.
Yes,
Let's
Earl.
see.
Amen to that. Oh my gosh, CSS.
A mode.
Gotta love no
interface for
debugging.
zebra mode or
And while this
parrot
works,
mode. Is that what you mean?
well, like let the user choose their favorite zoo animal and
Parrot
name
mode.
the page appropriately, essentially.
Okay.
And while we're prompting here, I have a backlog of questions we can work through. Will build agent metrics be available for AI control tower?
Yes. So build
Yeah.
agent is just another capability included in Now Assist for Creator. And so anything from that portfolio that you'd expect to show up in Now Assist Analytics within the Now Assist admin console or within the control tower are going to be the same for build agent. So you're going to see all that across the platform.
Cool. Okay. And then Earl says, "Rip the days that we would spend 4 hours at night trying to fix a damn CSS buttons padding." Amen,
Hallelujah.
brother. Yep.
Mhm.
Hallelujah.
Jerry is asking about the supporting of accessibility standards. I know Theme Builder, you can go in and kind of tweak, and it will tell you when it's accessibly friendly or not. The same apply here? Is it going to kind of?
So it's not
support
going to
standards?
do so in a hyper proactive way at this point in time, but it can take into account any of the accessibility standards that you want it to take into account if you feed that in as a prompt or as context in a prompt. So if you say, I need to adhere to this particular standard, it can do so for you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty
very
sure the
important
model knows.
question. Oh, sorry, Lazo.
No, I just said I'm pretty sure the model knows these things.
Sure.
But, yeah, I imagine it's not proactive.
Also, a very important question. How well does a build agent understand emojis?
So if
I knew you'd
give-
have an answer to this, Dale.
Yeah, I think I did this the other day. I gave it a thumbs up to a question and it assumed that I meant yes and moved on with its life. So under the covers, you can see down here, it is using Claude 4 Sonnet. Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's a Claude 4 Sonnet we are hosting at Service now. It's not just, out in the world. So the same thing you would expect from any other Claude 4 Sonnet type model out in the wild. So if it asks you a question and you give it a thumbs up, that's going to be yes. Thumbs down would be no. If you want to add more context to your question, but that's something I've tried, and it did kind of understand what I was trying to say. I was trying to see if it would just say, what is an emoji? But no, it went on with the build. So be careful with giving it a fist bump. I don't know what that would do.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the way this is going to implement it, because the way you framed it is almost kind of like a new paradigm where an agent on the back end will be dynamically building a new app as a user is interacting with it. I can't remember exactly what that's being called these days, like runtime AI or something like that. But no longer do you have like a static application. It's actually being built as you're interacting with it. And the way you asked it there, Dale, you kind of left it open-ended. Let the user specify an animal and then theme it after their animal. So I'm really eager to see what it comes up with.
Yeah, let's see how it interpreted that.
Yeah.
So it says,
okay. Just give us a
it did make
list.
some themes to
That's cool.
select. Okay.
Oh, fun.
Saves your preferences. Smart theme integration. brand color foundation, animations.
I got to
That's
see
cool.
it. I got to see it.
Yeah, gotta
All
say,
right, let's refresh the page, see what we got.
Uh,
Oh wow, okay,
cool indeed.
that's cool. Where do I select it
That was
though?
pretty. What about
Maybe it didn't make a
top?
select button.
What would it?
Maybe you
Can
just
you
click on the ocean deep thing.
Yeah. No,
No?
not a button.
No.
Well,
I can say, how do I select?
Oh, it's our last
a
prompt.
different-
Yeah,
Be careful. This is it.
Burn through your 10.
So instead of asking it for a way to do it, we can ask it how.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll be smart enough to say, "Oops, I didn't give you a way. Let me."
Yeah,
let
it
me do
well,
might.
that
it
for you."
said click the theme selector in the top right to
Mm.
choose your favorite animal, but it was not a selector.
yeah.
Oh, biscuits. I keep clicking the wrong thing.
Look at the top right
Can we add
corner.
knowledge articles and attachments to it?
Not quite yet. So this is, I'm pretty proud of where we're at in terms of an MVP product, but it did just come out in September. Attachments are coming, I believe, this December. So you'll be able to start off with like an image, things like that, to make sure you can, start the build agent process with more context.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And I got a tip the last time from Jay Couture, who mentioned we talked about a little bit, making markdown files with additional context and information in the markdown files that it can reference. So that's another thing you could do potentially.
100%. Yeah. But if you're starting from nothing and you want to maybe give it some context to begin with, I can totally see the desire
For markdown.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, for a document upload, some sort of attachment,
Yeah.
which will come soon.
I
All
can't
right.
click on
Well, here we
anything
go.
to
I mean,
page.
a pretty awesome app all the same.
Yeah.
It didn't go quite as smoothly as we had hoped, but hey, this is the real deal. This is what might happen. You may refresh your PDI, get your 10 prompts back, and have a completely different experience. It's agentic. It's not deterministic. So it provides you a way to really do a lot more than our previous Gen AI capabilities. And I have a feeling you're going to have a really great time experimenting with it.
I think so too. This has been super fun, and I think super helpful for the folks that are going to take part in the Build With challenge starting next week. So make sure dev link at the bottom down there.
Dev
Go
link
check
at
it
the
out.
bottom.
And that will get you all situated and all signed up for the Build With challenge starting next week. Any parting words from anyone? Laszlo?
I would just challenge anyone to just try and finish Dale's app next week as part of Build With, or something cooler, because as Tom mentioned, there's some cool swag waiting for people, and have your app showcased. Other than that, nothing else. It's been so fun watching you guys.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
glad.
fun.
Maybe I'll drop one little hint, because I, believe it or not, I'll be on the voting panel, maybe assembling the voting panel for picking the winners. We are looking for application prompts that will eventually be a part of a repository for customers, end users around the world to use with Build Agent. So put yourself in that mindset where, something that's going to be versatile, something that's going to span a lot of industries, or something that's really high impact to a specific industry. We're looking for things that are going to be useful to add to our app gallery. So a little hint for you there. Even though something that's crazy fun or amazing, like some sort of web, browser-based game, is impressive, not quite what we're looking for the Build With campaign. But don't let that discourage you if you do want to go that route. Really, sky's the limit. And being part of the app gallery is not the ultimate goal. Participating with the campaign, kind of working with us and sharing your creativity with the world, I think is the real goal of the campaign.
So have fun with it, but make it practical.
Yep.
Got it. Another one, just something to keep in mind too. Earl mentioned that we will have a video dropping on Thursday that's going to be kind of a primer for the Build Agent Challenge. So be sure to check that out. And thank you, Lauren. Wonderful job. Every time I hit show, somebody else puts a comment in and I always hit the wrong one. So thank you, Lauren. Glad I was sharing that out there. Any other closing comments before we end the stream today, guys?
Thanks for having me. It was amazing to be on.
Welcome anytime.
Wish I had some pancakes for second breakfast. I might go do that now.
Well, you can always come back for another second breakfast. Right. You're always welcome.
Or a third breakfast even.
Or a third, yeah, or a luncheon. We need a fourth stream, so maybe we'll do a luncheon. We can talk one of the advocates to do a luncheon. So
I'm already in the kitchen, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, you're halfway there. You're good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for everybody who joined. And don't forget to enter that Build With challenge. and we'll see you all next time.
Thanks,
Bye.
Sam.
Adios.
Bye.